Good evening, it's Brian here at Fitzpatrick's garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. Check out that cool rainbow. Anyway, I want to show you this car here, a 2017 Kia Sportage. That is some rainbow. And like it is in Ireland always, it's kind of blue skies, but it's still raining. Anyway, let's get on and have a look around the car.
So this particular car is a Kia Sportage. It is the 1.7 diesel CRDI and it is the EXL specification.
And just before we start, I just want to explain we are Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare, family run business in operation for almost 70 years with brands here including Mercedes, Honda and Hyundai.
So if you're buying a nice car like this car here from a family run business like this, you know there's going to be a good after sales service. These cars have a long warranty. A car like this is a warranty till 2024, but we have serviced this car really properly.
What I mean by that is basically you can buy a cheaper car out of one of the used car supermarkets, but they don't service the car like we do. We do it properly in the way that when you're driving out, we are confident that we've done the proper work to your car. What I mean by that is basically when we're servicing a car like this, we are looking around brakes, tyres, we're looking at doing everything is done properly. A car like this, we've actually €1,175, but that means you're driving out here confident that you don't have to spend any money for quite some time. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to have a look at the outside of the car, we're going to have a quick drive in the car, and then we're going to look at the features on the inside. We do the Tucson here and the Sportage, and they're really direct competitors. I quite like the Sportage. There's something Porsche Cayenne or something looking about the front of it. This particular example has travelled around 63 or so thousand kilometres. I actually drove this car at the weekend. I did a 400 kilometre round trip, and one thing I found is very economical. It actually averaged in the region of 5.7 litres per 100 kilometres, which for an SUV I think is quite good. After that then we'll say things I always like on the front of these, it is your daytime running lights are quite an interesting LED style up through there. The headlights are really good on these cars because they're automatic, that they come on at night, but they also dip when they meet traffic and they go back full by themselves then after that in the country area. There's a nice big grille in the front of them, and after that then everything is nice and succinct with the way the black and the white contrast. This particular model of Sportage comes with 17-inch wheels, and actually all four wheels are in excellent condition, so I've just had a look around them. And what's great is I don't see any curb rash. This is always the one that gets all the abuse. The front left wheel, you pull into an area where there's a high curb, scuff your wheel off it. All these wheels are good down both sides. In terms of condition, you'd expect it is a 17 reg car, but condition is quite nice down the left hand side and also down the right hand side. Continuing again, looking at the wheels, both wheels are in excellent condition as well. As we're saying, I found this car really frugal to drive, and the other thing as well is, just in case you're not familiar with them, road tax for the year, €200. Other things worth talking about is this particular spec also has privacy glass, which are darkened rear windows, and as you see up high, roof rails, which okay can be used for roof bars, but they just look quite smart as well. The door handles are all chrome, and the windows also have a chrome surround all the way around, so again I think it looks quite smart. The Tucson we sold, which is like this one here, they're very much, as we were saying, direct competitors, but a lot of people used to look for the chrome surround on the windows in the Tucson, and for a long time it actually wasn't available, so it looks quite sharp on that car. In terms of what they're like to drive, the Sportage and the Tucson, very, very similar, very, very good. That's why there's so many of them on the road. They drive lovely. As I was saying to you, this car, I did about 400 kilometres last night actually. The car drives really, really well. Probably helps because we've just serviced the car as well, but the brakes feel lovely because they're all brand new. Grip is good because the tyres are good in the car, and then it is nice and quiet. Cabin is quiet, all the controls are quiet. Gearbox feels lovely. Steering feels good and it drives nice and straight. I'm not sure actually which one I prefer on the inside because they do share a lot of things, these Sportages and Tucson. Maybe because I'm so used to the Tucson, I think this is nice and different. The spec is really nice in this car. I'm going to run through that with you in a sec as well, but let's see how it just drives out a back road. So let's see how the car drives out the road. We're going to a back road, so we're going to accelerate first. First gear. So these are 115 horsepower. I quite like the clocks in these. So there you go, 100 kilometers an hour. And we're going to cruise. Some other cool things in here as well is it has lane keep assist, so it's constantly trying to keep you within the lines on the road, which is quite nice. As you're saying, the headlights as well, at night time when you meet traffic, they dip themselves. So there's quite a quite a nice level of spec in this particular car. You'll see it as we go through it on the inside anyway. So we're coming up to an area here where there's a couple of tricky kind of corners. Just going to let this down so you can see what's happening in through here. So the noise is just telling me that I've drifted across the line. So you have two things. One of them is going to try and keep you within the lane, whereas the other one's going to warn you if you drift out. And there's a fairly comprehensive trip computer which is nice and bright. The other thing up there is it's telling me what speed zone I'm in as well, so that's quite nice as well. Car feels lovely on these roads, as in this particular example it feels lovely. Brakes are nice, steering is nice, cockpit is quiet. It's actually a nice example of a Sportage. So in my opinion the car is in nice condition throughout on the outside, and it also drives really well.
Let's see what the car's like on the inside.
First of all, the boot. Getting into a bad habit here, unfortunately, of not having
the car open for a start.
What I meant to say was not having the boot mat in place. So we take them out and we clean them, and then my colleague who cleans the cars, he forgets to put them back in, I forget to get them back off him. So anyway, there is a nice clean mat that's going to go across the back, but what we can see here for the moment is there is a spare wheel as standard, and then you have that tonneau cover into there that covers everything for privacy. The cool thing is you can move this forward, which means when you get into the back of the car you can lift this lever here, and it means then basically that the seats recline backwards, and that looks like a very small thing, but believe me, when you're an adult and you're sitting on a long journey in a car,
that's really, really comfortable.
So as you've seen already then, the car is a light grey interior. There is rear electrics along through here. This is a piano black kind of section, and it's got heated rear seats actually, which is pretty cool. After that then you see that there is a light grey leather interior. After that, down through here, well done Kia, they actually put, and you didn't get this in the Tucson actually, USB connector in the rear, which is very clever, which didn't come in the Tucson, and the heated seats actually didn't come in the Tucson either. So God, actually that was quite good on the Sportage. In through there, kangaroo pockets on either side, and headroom and legroom is always good in these cars. 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, and ISOFIX here, and ISOFIX over there on the other side as well. Moving up the front, again grey interior with piano black, with electrics for windows and mirrors in through there. Don't forget, when you lock the car, wing mirrors come in. When you unlock the car, wing mirrors come back out. The seats, like what we talked about already in the rear, are a light grey, again with a slight two-tone effect in through there. Height adjustment is in through here, and this is lumbar support for lower back in through here. Areas of wear that occur in the car are usually where the driver gets in and out the most, but as you can see, the bolsters along here are in good condition throughout. That steering wheel then is what's called rake reach, so you can basically pull it in or out or up and down,
So you can get comfortable basically.
I left the aircon on and it is breathing in here. Anyway, so this is the point of view that you're going to see when you sit in a Sportage like this. I like the clocks, I like the fact they're big and white, and red needles are always good. So over there we already saw the electrics for the windows and mirrors. Over here then on the steering wheel we have cruise control with a speed limiter. On the other side of the steering wheel over here then we have Bluetooth with our functionality for radio volume and controls. As we're saying on the drive, there is quite a comprehensive trip computer in through here. So let's pop this in here for a sec. So menu 1 is going to be settings like average speed, fuel efficiency, current speed. After that, navigation information, lane keep assist, we talked about trying to keep us within the lanes, audio information, tire pressure or servicing, and then after that, general settings overall. The other cool thing, as we saw already then, it's telling us in this case that we're in a 50 km/h zone, so that is a dead handy function. And the lights, like we talked about, they're automatic, which means they come on at night time, but they're also automatic for dip and full, so they go and do that by themselves if there's traffic coming towards you or not. Parking sensors are standard on the rear. After that, we've hill descent control and auto stop start. Gearbox is 6 forward like you'd expect. And from a point of view, as we're looking down over here, this is what we see. There is an armrest in through here, there's drinks holders over there, gear stick and all the controls are here. Down there then we have things like USB connectors and 12-volt outlets. And to complement the rear heated seats, we also have heated seats in the front. Some of the spec on this car actually is ahead. Unfortunately, we are Hyundai dealers, but this Sportage seems to have more stuff on it for this level of specification that we're in. After that then, heating controls in through there. Up through there then are controls for the radio, which has navigation, reverse camera, and various media functionality. So basically, if you can play music off Spotify or anything like that, you can stream it straight on down through the radio here. And one other small little feature I noticed when I was driving it last night, all the lights are LED. Again, we didn't get that in the Tucson. There's an alarm up through here as well, but LED lights, again, sounds like a small thing, but they're just, you know, it's nice quality stuff. So that is our Kia Sportage 2017. That car I think is a really nice specification. If you want information on the car, Brian is my name. If you come to the garage, just ask for Brian. Or if you want information before you travel, 086 843 1945. Call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits. I'll give you information on your trading, give you information on finance, or anything you need to know about the car. This is 1.7 diesel car with a warranty until 2024. And as you see, we've done a really good service on it, so you can drive out of here confidently that you don't have to spend any money for quite some time. So hopefully our Kia Sportage 2017 is of interest to you. Give me a call direct. Hopefully the video's been useful. Hopefully the car is something you like.